If you want to know what will happen if Death Note was set in the 80s but without Ryuk and the whole Death Note shenanigans, and the desire of becoming someone with power is still in our protagonist's mind, what kind of job will he do to reach that urgency?
Man whore! She said you're one big man whore!
Thanks, Nanako, because that is what this show is about. The hungry power story of a student becoming a man whore to reach his biggest wishes. Today's worst anime show is Aoki Honoo, or Blue Flames in English. Blue Flames is a 47-minute OVA adapted from a manga of the same name that tells the story of our main douchebag protagonist called Ryuichi, who is a high school student that has a relationship with a rich woman and she gives him money for some stupid reason, and he always has eyes on any woman that has any connection to a higher position in the society. He attracts women with his beautiful dead fish face and incredible interactions. The first victim of this maleficent duty is a girl who is the daughter of a family that owns a hospital, and they want her to marry a man that could run the hospital in the future. So Ryuichi, using his outstanding communication skills, makes her fall in love in one of the most underdeveloped romances I have ever watched. I'll just show you a clip so you can understand it.
送っていただいて。
また会ってくれるかな。
でも、私なんかつまらないんじゃ。
前から君が好きだったんだ。
Talking about undeveloped characters, the scenes in which the story occurs are always so fast-paced or without a sense of direction. There is a scene where the family of Ryuichi talks to him about visiting his grandpa or whatever, but they shift the conversation into what university he will be going and they just leave. It is so dumb and out of place, like if the production committee didn't know what the hell to make the story longer. Now that I have mentioned the word production, this is one of the weirdest cases of an adaptation I encountered. This was done by the production company called Nippon Animation, and their repertoire of shows include many child-oriented and based on fairy tales productions that my parents used to watch, like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, a version of Alice in Wonderland, Heidi Girl of the Alps, a version of The Jungle Book, and the only things I watched from them is the first version of Hunter x Hunter and Corrector Yui. Does anyone remember Corrector Yui, by the way? Just me? Okay, let's continue. So after our amazing protagonist finished whoring himself for money with his new girlfriend, the parents of the girl discover that she's sleeping with Ryuichi and he extortions them to give him money so he could break up with her, and the parents actually follow his instructions.
I have no words. What else does this asshole do?
He makes one of his classmates lose his scholarship because he let him beat his ass and then accuses him to the school's principal so his scholarship could be revoked, and later kicks his ass because that classmate liked his ex. Also, he leaves his family and moves to Tokyo with the rich woman whose name is never said at any point, or simply I don't remember because she is Ryuichi's ATM and that's her whole role. Later, our main protagonist becomes a university student in Tokyo and joins the tennis club, and this girl finds him attractive and they have sex faster than the plot of any XXX movie out there. If you want to have an understanding on how bad is the direction and dialogue of this crap, I will let this clip speak for itself.
あるいは堀田キャプテンへの嫉妬かな。
冗談じゃないわ、あんなやつ。気分壊したわ。帰るわ、私。すごい。
先輩の怒った顔って素敵ですよ。
Another thing, there's one piece of music in this 47-minute video and it's a boring synthwave song. I swear that is the most annoying sound of this anime, and it appears whenever it feels like it, and it is used as the ending song for the credits too.
お金ずいぶん綺麗に片付いてるんですね。
さすがだな、キャプテン。
And still talking about the production, I don't understand in what moment these two decided to get it on. Was it during the short break? Was it after the practice was over? Was it during the night? Because later they appear at the tennis court, but the sense of time and space is non-existent here. After they return of their passionate love for each other, this guy challenges him to a tennis match and the idiot loses, and his evil plan consists in hiring a professional tennis coach so he could beat him in a rematch. As I said, the notion of time and space is non-existent here because I have played tennis, and you don't become a pro in just a couple of weeks, even if you hire and combine the talents of the best current tennis players like Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, and Dominic Thiem to be your coaches. After all of this, it seems that the budget for this OVA was over, so the way this show ends is the following. Ryuichi tells him that he will leave his human ATM machine, but she doesn't want to leave alone because some other man-whore told him that he could make more money selling himself in a bar. But he takes advantage of the situation and follows the same steps of the protagonist of Wounded Man, and he does it to her by force, and by that he gets a new car to impress the girls. Moments after that, he hears that a girl of the tennis club is the daughter of a bank owner, so he beats the previous tennis guy, and I don't know how is that possible, and since the characters of this society have the brain of a peanut, the girl goes with him and they do it. But before they do it, the guy who he defeated almost kills himself in a car accident because he was salty that he lost the game, and the show ends with some of the wisest words this production team could come up with.
今の自分に決して満足はしない。この炎の燃え続く限り、俺は
You will what? Keep being a prostitute and man-whoring yourself? Stop this when you have enough money? When you graduate from the university? Do what? Was the budget already over that they could not come up with what he will do next? Should I even be asking and burning my brain with such a stupid dialogue on questions that don't even deserve an answer? At least I am using my critical thinking correctly, but honestly, what kind of crap I just watched? The story is horrendous and moronic, the sound is ass, the direction is a mess from head to toe, and I don't understand why would someone adapt this manga to anime form. Nippon Animation should stick to their kids shows and adaptations of fairy tales that this adult wannabe hentai animation, and I still find it odd that they decide to make something like this. It feels like if Discovery Kids decided to make an Adult Swim type of show.
In conclusion, I hate how many of these 20th century shows try to capitalize on a market that wasn't available on TV and had to be purchased through VHS or Laserdisc, and behind those tapes there is trash that has to be talked about and nobody does. Except me. If you watch all the way through the video, I just want to say thanks, and thanks for helping me reaching 100 subscribers. I didn't think I was going to be able to reach that number. We are in 111 subscribers right now. If you're new, you can subscribe, give like, share the video, and I will really appreciate it to help me with this hobby. This is everything from my part. This is Ike, and see you next time. Goodbye, people.